In the last video, I talked about why making more money can actually make your life harder. And today I want to talk about the thing most people try next, which is hiring help, and why it often makes everything worse. When I first started hiring, it wasn't because I wanted to build a team. It was because I was tired. I was busy. Clients were coming in. Clients were sending requests. My days were pretty full. So I did what everybody tells you to do, which is hire people, right? I hired a VA, and for a moment I felt a little bit of relief, but that actually didn't last for very long. Instead of having less to think about, I actually had more. I had more questions from everybody. I had more messages. I had more things to double check. Work didn't actually disappear. It just came back to me in pieces. I wasn't doing the work anymore, but I was managing confusion. I was like a manager. And I remember thinking, like, did I do something wrong? Like, what's going on? Like, I couldn't understand why I had put myself in this situation. And what I eventually realized was I didn't actually hand anything off. See, I handed over responsibility without actually giving clarity. I had hired people and said things like, hey, handle this for me, take care of that for me, just run the process. But I hadn't written anything down. Like, I hadn't actually defined what good looked like, what good felt like. I hadn't explained how decisions were made, and I didn't delegate. I actually just disappeared. I would like run away. And this is why hiring often adds stress at this stage. You're now paying money, attention, and emotional energy. So you're still responsible, but now you're also managing uncertainty, right? That's not true leverage. That's just weight on your shoulders. And here's why they advise to just hire help. Sounds right. Now, earlier in business, effort works. Doing more solves problems, right? So it makes sense to think, oh, well, if I just stop doing things myself, then things will improve. But at this stage, effort isn't the problem. It's structure. So hiring doesn't fix chaos. It actually spreads it. The shift for me came when I stopped asking who can do this for me, and I started asking, well, what exactly am I doing and how? Once I could explain the work clearly, somebody else could do it. People didn't fail me. I failed to set them up. So how do you actually fix this? Not necessarily with better people, not with more hiring, but by fixing the order. Most founders try to hire first and figure things out later. But the order that actually works is pretty simple. First, you do the work once, cleanly. Not fast, not under pressure, cleanly. Second, you write down how you did it, or you maybe do a screen recording while you did it. It doesn't have to be perfect, just clear enough that somebody else can follow it. Third, you hand off the process, not the outcome. If you skip step 1 or 2, then 3 will always fail. When I finally did this, hiring stopped feeling heavy. Not because people suddenly got better or I did a better job hiring them, but because the work stopped living in my head. Right? I actually had recorded the videos, explained things. That's the difference between delegation and abdication. It's like asking somebody to cook your favorite meal, but then never telling them the ingredients or the recipe or how you like it cooked, then getting frustrated when it's wrong. That's what most delegation looks like. And the thing is, you don't need a massive operating system to start. You just need clarity on one thing you do repeatedly. In the next video, I'll explain why most founders swing from hiring straight into micromanaging and why that's not leadership either.